So now we're going to mix up the starter. So you only need a little spoonful.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going to...
So that's some starter that's already started?
Yes. Yeah.
And so just getting a bit of that.
Yeah.
And then is it...
Because a spoonful is going to have, I don't know, millions of yeast and bacteria in it.
And then, so this is what we call feeding it.
Yes, yeah, so you just need a little bit of starter to get it going. And then you're going to feed it a little bit of flour.
Great.
So it should be equal quantities of flour and water.
Okay, I was going to say, kind of, this
you
is
can
just
weigh it, or you can
by eye, or sort of just figuring out. Because you've probably got a feel for it, but then you're saying equal quantities. So is that by mass or by?
So, yeah. So you can weigh it out, equal quantities of flour and water, depending on how many loaves you're going to make.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I need some water.
And then it's really just a matter of getting the mix right and then just leaving it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then once it's doubled, so I quite often put a rubber band around the bottom so you can see when it's ready.
Oh, so that will actually increase in volume?
Yes, yeah. As the yeast and the bacteria feeds on the flour, it produces carbon dioxide.
Okay.
So you put a little rubber band.
That's a good trick. A trick of the trade.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you don't want to put the lid on because as the gas builds up, so you can just put a bit of kitchen roll or a tea towel.
Gotcha.
And then that's done. So I'm just going to leave that.
Fantastic. It was remarkably simple, as I say. Kind of like, always had it in my head that getting a starter was a real ordeal, like some kind of like scientific.
Once it's going, we're getting it going. But I've killed many batches. Right.
Oh wow, really?
It'll be nice and bubbly. So this is just flour and water.
So it happens that quickly. You can just make a starter overnight.
Once you've got it going, it takes quite a while to get it going. But then once it's active, you can just keep feeding it, and it just only takes about a few hours.
And so what's that process? You put the flour in water and that's it?
Yeah.
Or do you really?
Yes, and then it's just using the natural yeasts that are on the flour and in the air.
Yeah, because you can see all the bubbles in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when you say feed it, is that feeding it just putting more flour?
More, yeah, so 100% flour, 100% water, so same quantities, flour and water.
Wow, brilliant.
Okay, so the next thing is to put the water in. And then I'm going to leave a little bit in the bottom, so when I add the salt later, it mixes in nicely. So just give that a good mix.
And I see, it's on top of on the scale, so you just know what the ratio of starter to water is. And what is that ratio?
So I've got 180 grams of starter. So you can alter the amount of starter. The more you put in, the quicker it'll sort of start to get going. If you want, so it fits in with your schedule. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding flour. So we've got some white flour.
Oh, great.
So this is like white flour.
A strong white flour. Is that like Canadian white flour?
No, this is a local East Anglian flour.
Oh, really?
And then that's just to make the loaf a bit lighter. Obviously, you can make 100% wholemeal.
But then that just comes out a bit denser and a bit heavier.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
so it just depends what you like. Yeah. And then this is the Food Museum flour I'm going to put in now.
And that was 800 grams, did you say?
It makes 2 800-gram loaves.
So is this in a bakery where you have it inside a big thing? Or is it
Yeah, we've got a
churning
big,
it up?
yeah, when we make it for the museum, we don't normally do it by hand, but
And do you, oh, the salt's just over there. Okay, great. You must be pretty sort of familiar with, the food museum flour now.
yes,
Have you done anything with our flour yet?
this is the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how it comes out.
If they all go wrong.
Right,
Is this
so,
a point where you kind of get your
yeah,
hands in?
so I've got a nice shaggy dough,
Uh-huh.
and then I need to let that just sort of rest for about half an hour.
Oh, right, okay.
Now,
Yeah, that sort of ambient. Oh, there we go.
That'll be
184.
fine, yeah.
Oh, 189.
there we go.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Great.
you can start putting the water in.
And how much water am I
So,
putting in?
put most of that in, just leave a little bit so that when we put the salt in, it will distribute.
So I'm up to 626 now. Just all of it?
Leave a little bit.
Leave a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's
Okay,
called,
yep,
it's
that
called a
little bit.
bassonage.
A bassonage?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What does that mean?
So it's a way of adding the salt because it's thought that the salt kind of
gotta
inhibits the
dissolve.
yeast. So
Oh,
you need
really?
to let it get going first before you add the salt.
Okie dokie. And then I
Okay.
just take this off.
Yep, that
Okay.
mix.
And then do I put the
So
white
mix
flour?
that up.
Okay.
Just distribute the starter. And then put the white flour in.
Excellent. Here we go. It's a very mindful process,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It's very relaxing.
It is. I mean, you do sort of think, well, I mean, it's just because everyone's sort of out working all the time. You kind of feel like, if you're doing this every day, it's a really good thing to be doing.
Yeah. Okay, now
Oh,
we
yeah,
put the
and our
tide
flour.
flour in.
Great.
There we go.
Ah, yeah, that's how it went. Keep it in the pot. So when is it that you get your hands in?
Well, you can any stage really. You can
Really?
Get your hands in now if you want.
I guess then it. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I've washed my hands.
Okay, so that looks good. So let me just leave
It's
that.
quite wet, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, that one looks a bit wetter than that one.
Did I put
yeah,
too much
obviously-
water in? I didn't
No,
know.
well, all flour is different. So some flour absorbs more water than others. So you do need to
Yeah.
sort of gauge how much water.
Yeah.
If you think it needs a bit more water, you can add a bit more.
So this is your
So
food
that's
museum.
the food museum
Okay,
one. So
okay.
we're going to start to knead that now.
Just from having left it just a little while.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
start absorbing the. Oh, I should probably take my rings off, shouldn't I? Just
End
thought-
up with a ring in the loaf.
Yeah, it's starting to look a bit more like dough now.
It is.
Or you can do this on the counter. Doing it in the bowl just means you don't have all the mess.
And you're picking a bit more flour up, aren't you? You're trying to get as much of that flour into the dough as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Are they burning?
That'd be a good backdrop of a load of loaves just on fire.
You're kneading, but I won't bother with that.
I need a rest.
Otherwise, we'll be here for hours.
And like you can feel the difference actually. Yeah, you can really,
It's interesting.
or just in it having rested a little bit, you can feel it sort of becoming more sort of elasticated or something.
Yeah. So
Mine's
we need
still
to,
quite wet actually.
Yeah,
So
it's
worth me
too
chucking
wet.
a bit
Maybe
more flour.
we can always swap. We need to put the salt in now.
Okay.
Okay, so
And what was the name of that bit of water you left over again?
it's called a bassinage. So it's like
Brilliant.
it's French.
I'm going to be
For
chucking
adding a little bit of water, it's sort of like feeding it a little bit of water.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you want to put the salt in now.
Just chuck it on the top
Yeah.
there.
Sticky. And then start to mix that in. So you can add a little bit more water at this point. So you need any more
Mine seems
water?
to be
Yours is a
getting
lot
wetter.
wetter than mine, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be going more wet. Somehow. It's alive.
Maybe it needs a little rest.
Little rest, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so once
Okay.
it's had its initial mix and rest, then we need to knead it now for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And
right.
then we'll start the stretching and folding. So the stretching and folding sort of helps the bread sort of add the layers. So
We got it out the pot or
you can do, but you should just be able to sort of stretch up and then fold it over.
it's got very sticky.
Yeah, so I've got a pot of water
Stretch it
here,
out,
so you can just
stretch
dip
it out.
your hands.
Fold it over.
Yeah.
So you get a little sort of layer of water
Yeah,
for it to
stops
slip
it
off.
sticking.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think something that's worth saying is that as the more you do this, the more resistant the dough becomes as well. So the first stretch and fold you're going to do, you're going to see it comes quite easily, and then it's going to become
Yes,
tighter and tighter.
yeah, and then you leave it, yeah. That's it. Okay. So then you do 4 folds, one from each.
Okay. Oh, I see. Stretch.
That's it. And then fold it over. Okay. And if it's becoming too sort of tight, we'll just leave it to rest for a bit.
Here we
Okay.
go. That's
So
already looking
that's
better.
our first
Yeah,
stretch
great.
and fold.
Excellent.
So we'll just leave it to rest now for about
Okay.
15, 20 minutes,
15,
30
20.
minutes if you've
Okay.
got time.
Yeah.
And then you try and do 4 sets of folding.
Four more folds.
4 sets.
Right.
4 sets of folds altogether.
Four sets of folds.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 sets of 4.
So yeah,
So that
great.
was 1. Yeah.
Brilliant. All right. Right. So what are we up to now?
So now we're going to shape the dough. So just sprinkle a little bit of flour. So this makes 2 loaves. So I'm going to put it into 2.
Great.
Okay. So we just need to sort of stretch. We're going to make this into a round, a boule, we call it. It's a round shape. And the idea
So
with
not a ball,
shape,
but a boule.
yeah,
not
is
a good word.
you want to create tension
Gotcha.
so that it rises nicely.
That's where
in
we
the
could have
oven.
some sort of Hitchcock music in the background.
Okay. And we just turn it over, and then we're going to
Oh, look at that. Great.
form it into a nice round shape. Okay.
Perfect.
And then we'll just leave that to rest for about 20 minutes.
Fantastic. Can I have it?
Yeah. Do you
Excellent.
want to do this one?
Yeah, shall I chuck a bit more?
Just get it nice and floury so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and then you were just sort of folding up,
Sort of stretch it into the middle.
stretch it.
That's it. So you're creating tension underneath. So that's That's going to be the top of the loaf.
Gotcha.
What's on the bench.
And you just do it to how you feel,
Yeah.
is it?
And then you're going to sort of tuck it. So you need to
Oh, I got
tuck
you.
it
Yeah,
under
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're creating a nice smooth surface.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
There
Okay. All right. Good. Maybe not as good, but all right. Great. So what are we doing now?
So now we're going to bake the bread. So
Okey-dokey.
it's in the bannetons. So we're just going to
Oh, sorry. What are these called?
bannetons.
Bannetons,
Special
okay.
basket
Another
for
Greek
sourdough.
word.
Yeah. Okay.
Will I be popping this one in
You
there?
can, yeah, be careful because this is already hot. You want it
Okay.
to go into a nice hot oven.
Okay.
That's it.
There we go.
Okay, so then we're going to score it with a very sharp razor blade.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have a go at scoring?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd love to.
We can do one each, see how this comes out better.
You do, like, sometimes they do, like, kind of sheets of wheat.
Yeah, you can do fancy patterns and okay, so you start on this side and then you want to go sort of at about 45-degree angle and then just sort of curve slightly.
Nice.
You can
And is this just purely decorative, or is this got...
this is so that when it rises in the oven, it doesn't sort of burst wherever it wants to burst. It's just giving it its
Gotcha.
spot to burst.
Okay, so... I'll
And
give
it's sort of aesthetic as well.
It really is, and actually even just the shape of coming out the banneton,
Yeah.
that's given it a little bit of, as you say, sort of an aesthetic, it's recognisable
That's it.
as sourdough. I've got a little bit caught there.
That's okay.
Yeah, just,
Maybe try the other side of the knife.
oh, what, to get it, is it
Yes.
not? Oh, that's a bit sharper. Look at that,
Yeah.
getting fancy.
Ooh. Okay, you might want to just bring it a little bit further
Okay.
down. That's it.
And is that all right at the
Yeah.
top? There we go.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So we're going to put it in a very hot oven. So this on to
240.
140. And then we've got some
240 degrees.
water
Ah,
in the bottom.
oh, great. That's just to keep it sort of hydrated.
Yeah, you don't want the crust to form.
Sorry, would you mind if I just get a quick video of that? It'll be 2 seconds. Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
Wow, so this is the which one was
This
this?
is the tide mill
the tide
loaf.
mill.
Yeah, so we're just going to cut it in half and see.
Oh, fresh out the oven. Look at this. Oh,
There you go.
still a bit of steam coming out for that. If ever you wanted an advert for sourdough bread, this is it, I think. Oh man. So I'm going to be baking my own sourdough from here on in. No more £5 loaves.
No. Making for £1.
Yeah, exactly.